What's going on, guys? We're back with another RNG recruit interview. We have got with us a very underrated and special player who I think in the 2026 class has got some very high upside that's just starting to get discovered in the recruiting world. College coaches are starting to definitely take notice. I'm definitely excited to have him on here because I've had a chance to watch his film and see his versatility. Just the mean streak he plays with, the intelligence he plays with, the athleticism and the strength. I mean, it's a really nice combo of what he's got, and he can play multiple positions as well, which is talking about the versatility aspect, which I love so much on defense, and a lot of other coaches do as well. So I'm happy to bring him on here right now to have him introduce himself to you guys. What's up, Cameron?
What's up? I'm Cameron Melvin, class of 2026. I go to Cleveland High School. I Pretty much it.
It's all good, man. So, what positions do they have you playing at your high school?
Outside linebacker and D line.
Okay. Are you playing on the end or are you playing on the interior defensive line?
I'm playing on the end.
Playing on the end. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I saw in most of your film was on the end there. Yeah. What's your current height and weight right now?
5'11", pushing 6 foot. Weight, I'm 225.
Okay. Well, now, do you work with any trainers in the off season?
Yes, sir. I work with my boy Phil. Hit him up if you want some work. Lockdown. I'm cool with him outside of the school rivalry, but when he get to that game on Friday, we're not cool.
I got you. I hear you. So this off season, what's going to be the focus for you in terms of taking your game to another level? What are you really wanting to work on to kind of show on next year's film that you're showing development year after year after year?
Yeah. I want to work on my speed a little bit more, my vision. 'Cause I want to go to middle linebacker.
Okay.
My flexibility to stay low during the plays, and that's pretty much it. Be a student of the game, keep learning.
Why is it that you want to go to middle linebacker? What's the attraction there for you?
I don't know. I see like on my team, I see like more the runs go there, so it's like more work there.
I got you. You just basically want to be able to get your hands on as many ball carriers as possible,
Yeah.
You get those
Yes, sir.
tackle stats up, all that good stuff. I get it, man. That makes sense, You don't want to be shy about it. You want to be there. You want to be part of the action. That's what
Play every
coaches
time.
want to hear,
Yeah.
For sure. So I'm kind of curious. I noticed that you are getting into wrestling. I'm a big fan of any defensive lineman or offensive lineman that get into wrestling, and there are multiple reasons for it. But I'd like to hear from you. Like, what are your reasons for wanting to get into wrestling?
I feel like I heard it could help me with my game
Mm-hmm.
in certain ways. My dad been wanting me to get into it. I also been wanting to cut weight, so I felt like that was a quicker way to cut. So it was like, might as well.
Well, I can tell you, it will definitely teach you how to stay low while remaining power. It's hard to stay
Yeah.
low and keep that full 100% power, but that's one thing in wrestling they teach you how to do. And a great part of wrestling too is learning about leverage. And when
Yes,
you
sir.
can start to master leverage on the defensive line, man, you can really start to make offensive linemen look silly, bro. Like honestly, it makes them look
Yes, sir.
foolish if they're not built for it. And
Yes, sir.
another aspect that's not talked about it that nearly enough, in my opinion, is it teaches great balance as well.
Yeah.
Bending that way and being able to stay on your feet. I mean, you know it is coming off the edge. You got to be able to bend and wrap around all that stuff. I think wrestling offers a little bit of all of that. So I'm really glad to hear you're doing it, man.
Yeah, it get tough trying to turn that corner.
It ain't easy, man. It
Yeah.
ain't. Are you also doing track?
Yes, I do spring track, help me with my speed.
Yeah.
So I will be doing that.
What events do you run? for track?
I don't do much events. I mostly just train with them, my
Yeah.
coach, and then I will be doing shot put too. So
Yeah, I understand. I mean, no reason not to. Why not use the field for your advantage? You got it
yeah,
there, right?
yeah.
So, what do you feel currently on the field right now are your biggest strengths?
Feel wise, I would say like my strength. Can I say that?
Yeah, your strength.
Yeah,
Your strength stands out on your film right away.
yeah. I was blessed with some strength. Um, it come in handy when it's needed. Strength, uh, speed. You know, in my motor too. Like
Yep.
I see somebody running down the field, I ain't just gonna be like, oh, dang, let them get down there. Run after them.
How did this last season go for you and your team? Like how did the team go, and then what kind of stats did you put up yourself?
Um, I put up some all right stats. I feel like I could have did better. I could have made more tackles. Um, there was room for improvement. I can definitely say that.
That's okay.
Yeah. My team wise, I feel like we did great. We did better than any other team, any other graduates. Uh, yeah, we have beat some records and stuff. But I feel like next year we're just gonna be hungry. Like we took a devastating loss. Uh, I had a senior like he was like, "You gonna make sure I play again, right?" I promised him, and we took the L. So it was like I gotta make it right.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you, man. Who is your high school's biggest rival?
Clayton,
It's like no doubt Clayton.
no doubt. We don't like the other C's.
So I mean, paint me a picture. What's that like on Friday night when y'all get to battle, man?
For me, last year wasn't too crazy. 'Cause I was new to this. But then I got the varsity this year. I could feel the tension between it. They they make a little bit memes of us, our coach and all that. So
Oh
it's
wow.
like I take it personal. So it's like yeah. And then this game, this year, it was crazy. They had people jumping from airplanes and all types of stuff. It was different this year.
Man, it sounds like everyone's really going all out for that game, bro.
Yeah, that game was packed.
Yeah. That's dope though. Honestly, I mean, it's kind of dope that it has that much of a rivalry. I mean, you guys have that much built up. Not all schools have that kind of a rivalry built up.
Yes, sir.
In your opinion, when you're watching some of your favorite players, in college, some of your favorite players in the NFL,
Mm.
what is it in their game that you admire? What pieces of their game do you want to be able to add to your game, and who are some of these players that you're looking up to?
First, I'm gonna say Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
He his ability to get off the ball is crazy, and like the way he can just get around you is crazy too. So it's like his explosiveness, that's amazing to me. So I would like to have that, and it's gonna come. It's most definitely gonna come. I'm gonna keep putting work in, and with that, in time, it will come.
Speaking of, while looking at, these guys who are in the NCAA, NFL doing big things, what are the traits that you feel help make them elite players at their position, mentally and physically? What do you think it takes to really get that edge?
You got to be hungry. You got to be willing to put everything in so you can get everything out of it. Really, that's all it is. Dedication, time. Yeah,
Mindset, repetition,
yeah,
that whole thing, yeah.
yeah.
So in practice, I'm kind of curious, man. What's your favorite drill to run?
Drill. Uh, Hold on, I gotta think about it. We don't really have a name for it, but we'll take like uh two running backs. They'll block. Then another running back come. It's three linebackers. You gotta try to beat them. And hit that running back. Get to the running back.
Yeah, I can see that. That's dope. Yeah, and I can see how a player like you would be, into a drill like that. I
Oh,
can
I
see
love
why. I can see why you would love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do a 180 on that. Flip it all the way around, man. What do you think the toughest drill is that you go through?
Toughest drill. It's most definitely when they move me to D line. Uh, it's a pulling drill.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to try to beat that puller, and like we go full speed. We don't do all that soft stuff during practice. We actually hit. So you gotta like get in the inside shoulder of the puller when he pull, and if you don't, then your ass is grass basically.
I got you. I got
Yeah.
you. On game day, man, what gets you most excited? It could be pre-game stuff, getting in the zone, or maybe something that happens on the field. But what gets Cameron Melvin most excited on game day?
It's two. It's two reasons that get me excited. First, gotta have the tunes right.
Yeah,
I listen to J. Dot Breezy. That definitely perked me up. And that first hit, that first good hit of the game, that do it for me.
kind of get you in that mode. Kind of
Yeah.
like we're playing football now, basically. We're
Yeah.
getting physical.
Yeah.
If you had to describe your game to somebody who's never seen you play, never seen your film, how would you describe your game to them?
Mm, it's a lot you could say for it. I got a little bit of everything in my bag. I feel like. Mm, I don't really have anything for that. I ain't never heard a question like that.
That's why I ask those kind of questions. I got
Yeah.
to stump them every once in a while. Got to make
Yeah.
you think.
Yeah. It's definitely got me thinking. Mm,
I would say your strength and your tenacity and your IQ is what stand out to me, honestly.
yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. That's what stands out. I got some IQ. I can get to the ball whenever it's needed.
Yeah.
That's why I got it. Like, how many tackles for loss? Like, yeah, 31. Yeah, I can get back there.
That don't happen by accident, bro. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
you got to be able to get back there, and that shows your burst, and that shows that strength, man. That
yeah,
continued strength you got, where it's not just a burst, a little bit of strength, you die down, bro. You stay strong the whole way through, man. You get into that backfield and you cause damage. You wreak havoc back there.
yeah. Yes, sir.
So you talking about moving into or wanting to move into the middle linebacker position. There's a lot of leadership that comes with that role there. If you
Yes,
were to
there is.
get that if you were to get that middle linebacker spot, what kind of leader would you want to be? Would you want to be vocal? Would you want to be showing it by actions, or would you want a little mix of both?
Mostly actions, cause
Mhm.
you if you like younger, you looking up to that person that's in front of you. You probably gonna like doing things that they do or try to do better. I feel like I want to be a good role model for the ones behind me.
Yep.
So yeah, and the rest of my teammates. So yeah, I'm not very talkative on the field, but I make noise. Like I make a big hit. I might throw that up, hit a
Yep.
little bark.
I got
But
you.
yeah, that's all.
So you like to let your actions speak for you.
Yeah, I'm not much of a talker on the field. You can
That's
talk
okay.
all you want.
That's all right, man. I mean, it's kind of leading by example, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to do it, man. Not a bad way at all.
Yeah.
So let's you're 2026, you've got some time still, but I want to
Mhm.
jump into recruiting just here real quick, and stuff. I know things have started off, a little bit behind the scenes with you, a little bit low key and stuff, but things have started to pick up a little more.
Yes.
You have an offer from a D1 school right now currently, yes?
Yes, sir. Bowling Green.
Bowling Green offered?
Yes, sir.
Okay, congratulations on that offer, Cameron.
Thank you.
I expect more offers to be coming in these next 2 years. I expect a whole lot more offers, honestly.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
is there any other schools that have been kind of, showing you love? Even though they haven't maybe sent an offer or anything, but maybe got a hold of your coaching staff or anything like that to get more film about you, stuff like
Uh,
that.
yes, sir. Notre Dame. Yeah, they treat me well. I went to their camp, treated me very well. It was a nice experience down there. Uh, Rutgers. Yeah, Rutgers. I love that. The red. It's tough down there. It's cold though, but it's very nice down there. Um, Penn State. Yeah, Penn State. I, I, Penn State is a nice school. Like, they had my attention. I ain't had no offer or nothing, so it's like that was a nice experience down there. I've been down there like four, 5 times. Been down there a couple times. So yeah. Um, what else? NC State. I went to one camp. Uh, did my thing. 1v1s with the running backs. Routes. So yeah, I think that's about it.
When you were doing stuff with Penn State, were you talking with Manny Diaz?
Uh, yes, sir.
Now that he's at Duke, has Duke tried to reach out to you since he's moved over there?
No, sir. My
No,
dad.
not yet.
My dad don't mess with Duke.
I hear you. I got you.
Yeah.
Have you had any contact with the staff at the University of Miami?
Mommy. Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. What kind of contact have you had with the staff there in Miami? And have you been down to visit?
No, sir. I ain't been down to visit.
Okay.
Yeah, they just added me though. Not much contact, since I'm young.
Yeah. 2026, it's always limited, It's got to,
Yeah.
come through coaches, social media, adding you on social media. You know how the game is played.
Yes, sir.
Well, personally, me being a Miami fan, I'm glad to hear that there is some contact being
Yeah.
made between you two, because you know how big of a fan I am of your film, man. I ain't trying to hide that at all, bro. I'm a big fan of your film.
Appreciate that.
No problem at all, man. I always like to show love wherever whenever a player deserves it, I like to let them know, man, that they've earned it, and you've earned that love, bro. You really have.
Appreciate that.
So when it comes time, you got some time on, in high school a little bit, but what are some of these important factors in choosing a college for you? Development, winning background, teammates, brotherhood kind of thing. What's important to you when it comes time to choose a college?
Yeah. I just want to say like I don't care how far I go, to be honest. As long as it feel like home, getting treated right. Uh, the winning background is good, or I feel like it will be good because I don't like losing. Who does?
Right.
So I want to go somewhere that will help me develop very well, and I can also go to school too. So yeah, that's all.
Just a little bit off of football here for just one question, but is there anything, that you're interested in studying in college? Anything that's kind of caught your attention so far yet, or are you still kind of exploring stuff?
Nah, nothing caught my attention yet. I'm gonna get into that probably this summer. Find out more about what I want to study.
Yeah.
Pursue. Oh yeah,
Yeah, you got plenty of time, man. Plenty
yeah,
of time. Coach Cristobal at Miami. said he wants young players to get opportunities to come into Miami, earn snaps, get on the field, and be productive. Is that something that you want to hear from head coaches that from schools that you're interested in? You know, the possibility of actually earning those chances of playing time, you know, getting out in the field early. Nothing's given ever, you know, it's not handed, it's always earned.
Yes,
But
sir.
but at least having the chance to earn those snaps, is that important factor for you?
Yeah, it's always important. Um, you got to work for stuff like that, and I'm willing to go out there and work if you give me that opportunity. And do what I got to do.
Yeah. There's a lot of schools where some guys feel like, especially younger recruits, that even if they work as hard as they can, a senior or a junior is always going to play ahead of them just because they've been there longer. But
Yeah,
Cristobal was kind of pointing to, it's like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, look at a guy like Ruben Bain. We had a true freshman out there, wrecking havoc and stuff like that. Our right tackle was a true freshman, got a ton of snaps. I think Miami was fourth in the nation in snaps by most snaps by freshmen across the nation this entire
yeah,
year. So
mm,
I'm really glad that they're kind of bringing a youth movement, to the scene
yeah,
because it's been needed for a while. I think it's always important to play the best players regardless of their age.
yeah.
So what's the goals for next, high school season? What's the ultimate goal for next high school season? Is there any certain stats that you'd like to reach yourself personally?
Um, I want at least 60 tackles for loss. Um, 100. I want something in 100 tackles at least. Um, 6 sacks. That's where I'm putting myself at right now.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
put
what I
up
look.
that kind of a season, how far do you think it can help push your team?
A lot. I mean, I already have like some young kids already try to look up to me. So that's 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 it makes me feel good,
Yeah, it's a
knowing that
great
people
thing.
look up to me. So I don't want to set a bad example. I want to do good. I always get on that field. Before I get on the field, like I think about who I do it for, which is my family, and this team, my brothers. So it's like that plays a big part in it. So,
What's funny, actually, this is actually what you just said is gonna roll right into this next question I had for you.
yeah,
This during this part of the interview, what I like to do is I like to give recruits a chance to show some love to people who've helped them out along the way. Parents, trainers, coaches, teammates. So whoever you
yeah.
want to show some love to, man, go ahead, show them some love.
Uh, Shout out Coach Riley, my head coach. Coach Hughes, Coach Caps, my pops, my mom for creating the beast. My whole family, everybody that support me, that goes a long way with me. My teammates, my brothers, of course, they push me to weight room. There's always them times where you get tired and you get mentally frustrated and stuff, and they just push you,
Yep.
and that's good. That goes a long way too. My trainers feel like I said lockdown. There's a lot more. Uh, my Pee Wee coaches, they push me too. They used to call me Killer Cam, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
So what's next for you in regards to football? Is it just meeting up with trainers? Is it just, starting to focus on wrestling? Or what's kind of next for you that's going to help you on the field?
Uh, Pretty much more training. Work on them little things that could be done better. Wrestling too. I'm starting to like it. I went to practice for the first time and I enjoyed myself. So yeah.
Yeah, so you're I mean, you're brand new to it. You have one practice?
Yeah, cause got driver's ed, so had to
Okay,
take
I got
2 weeks off. Yeah.
I got you. I got you, man. Well, like I said, I'm still glad that you're doing the wrestling stuff. It's gonna be a benefit, bro. It's gonna show up on your film. It really will.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and let people know about where they can find you on social media. Go ahead and plug your accounts.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I might gotta pull that up. I don't know by heart.
It's all good.
If you wanna get to know me personally, my original account is Cam_Melvin, but the L in Melvin is a 1. Uh, my professional account is I'm sorry,
Yeah, it's okay.
Cameron_Melvin 26. Same goes for Twitter. So yeah, you can find me in them places.
Okay.
And if you want to hit me up on my personal, I'll definitely text you back. So
That's nice to know, man. That's nice. You guys, you're hearing it right from the guy's mouth right there. If you want to get to know Cameron Melvin a little better, he's willing to chat it up with you guys for a little bit. That's nice to actually offer from a recruit, man. That's nice of you to do.
of course.
Well, man, I just got one last question for you. I know it's getting late where you're at, and I want to let you get going to bed here and stuff soon. But this is a question, man, that I ask every single person I bring onto the show. It's the last question. No matter if you're a commit, coach, AD, recruit, player. I mean, it don't matter. Everybody gets the same last question, bro.
Yes, sir.
Why do you love the game of football? What makes you want to go out there on a weekly basis and perform at such a high level?
Um, it's a meaning to it, like when you step on the field, your mind is just clear, Everything you've been thinking about, just like everything in your head just go blank. And it's like it's something about it. Like ever since I've been doing it since like 8, Pee Wee League, I've been it's just been doing something for me. 'Cause I had anger issues when I was young, so I didn't know how to take that out until I was on the field.
Hmm.
So that's where I took it out at. Made me a better person instead of being angry outside of the field. So yeah,
Gave you a proper outlet for some of that
yes, sir.
frustration.
Yes, sir.
I understand. I understand. That's one of the first things that I hear from guys when I ask that question is I'm able to put hands on people, and not have to worry about getting in trouble.
Yes, sir.
I get it, bro. I get it. Well, Cameron, man, thank you so much for taking the time out to jump on here and let fans get a little more familiar with you. With you being a 2026 player, definitely want to stay in contact so we can have you back on in the future so we can update fans about your
Yes,
development, your recruitment, all that good stuff.
yes, of course. I'm willing to join anytime.
Man, I'd love to have you on, man. Love to have you on whenever. So we'll definitely stay in contact, and you have yourself a great night. And once again, man, thanks for letting fans, get a little more familiar with you by coming on here and doing this interview with me. I truly
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Have yourself a good night.
You too.
All right, guys, that is one of the most underrated pass rushers, possibly a linebacker in the 2026 class. There's still a debate on whether he's going to play on the edge or whether he's going to play at the linebacker position. I can see him, especially if he does grow a couple more inches, I can definitely see him playing on the edge. If he maintains the same height about or so, I could see him, sticking at linebacker. He's got the skill set to play both positions. He's got the God-given body type and ability and traits to be able to play either position, just as long as they're being focused on. It's you don't want to spread it out so much to where he's not able to master the position that he should truly be able to master. So I want to make sure that he's getting into a position that's going to be good for him going forward, not just in high school, but also at the college level. And it sounds like that's what's happening. So props to his coaches for getting that right for him. Props to him for all the hard work he's put in. You guys keep an eye out for Cameron Melvin. Even though things have been low key in his recruitment, it's gonna blow up. He's got it. You know what I'm saying? He's got it. And it just takes a little bit of film watching it. You guys will see it too. You guys have a great night. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with another RNG recruit interview soon, very soon.